Hi, welcome back to the Attuned Tribe. My name is Maxine, and today we are going to be continuing our chakra series, and we're doing the throat chakra, and I'll be doing a Reiki attunement for you. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. The other half of this channel, Andrea, does biofield tuning attunements, so make sure and check those out as we do a new one for each different chakra series we've been doing. They really complement each other, and then we always have an inner child meditation that goes along with it. So, like I mentioned, we've now journeyed our way all the way up to the throat. In the chakra series, again, we believe our bodies are primarily made of energy, and these are energetic systems, or one way to look at the different interplay of the energies in our body. And so the throat in Sanskrit is called the Vishuddha. And from an energetic perspective, it is kind of the pathway, somebody called it a chimney between your heart and your head. And so let's sit with that for a second. And how a lot of the time on this channel and in general, we talk about the somatic practices is about coming into the body, out of the head, into the heart, the rest. And yet in the world, we do have to use both. And the throat to me is a way to find balance between truly expressing what's in both these places. And when it is in alignment and is cleared, that kind of flows effortlessly. You see the people that own who they are and speak with this magnetism almost, and this truth. And we all have this inside of us, right? And so today we're going to be working on clearing any blockages, honoring our voice. And the throat, we think, is just about speaking, but a big part of being able to speak is also being able to listen. So using the throat to listen to the rest of our system. So again, let's give some facts, and then we'll go out to the table and do a Reiki session geared completely around the throat. Okay, so where is the throat chakra located? Kind of obvious. It's right here in the neck, but it also goes up to the jaw and the mouth, right? So it's kind of this whole area here. And then again, the chakras are front and back. So going to the back side, it governs our self-expression, speaking about our needs, our wants. And again, one of the first ways we express as humans, as little children, is baby's first word. And this is really how we advocate for ourselves in our lives. And again, wanting to have it cleared so that everything flows and there isn't this distortion. These often we'll go into when it's blocked, there can be like passive aggressiveness, like not really being able to say what you want to say without pangs of, little things here and there, because unlikely it didn't feel safe to really just express who you are and what you need. So blockages include playing small, swallowing your words to avoid conflict, softening, shrinking more things to keep the peace, feeling misunderstood. How many people had talks too much on the report card? Me. Or just really wanted to be heard and seen, and maybe had an overactive throat chakra. So signs of blockages can also be in that, when you're just kind of talking in circles and over explaining. I have several clients I've worked with, especially in this area, where when they first came to me, they apologized for everything constantly. I'm sorry. That's again, fear of being too much, or conversely, not enough. And this all comes out in how we express ourselves. I not challenge you, because it probably won't be too hard to think of someone in your life that or even yourself, again, is self-censoring, is not truly speaking up for what they believe, for who they are, for what they want. looking at the state of the world, you know, and what's happening and how do we advocate, there was a big protest that just happened to talk and stand for what we need. And the throat is a very big part of that for us. And so what does the throat need? How do we heal this besides the energetic healings we're doing on this channel? Besides the things we just mentioned that maybe you're not doing and that's why it's blocked. The throat really needs safety. And I know, again, with everything that's going on, finding safety in this world can be really challenging. Finding safety in our relationships isn't always the easiest. And so I always encourage my clients to always bring it home, right? And how can we find safety within ourselves, which is part of regulating our nervous system. Because if we can't do it for ourselves, it's going to be really, really hard. And we're going to be clawing and searching outside of ourselves to really give ourselves what we can give ourselves. And then, surprise, surprise, it's then mirrored back to us in our world when we already embody that. So another part of doing Reiki, biofield tuning, these meditations, is to be more embodied in our systems, in our bodies, in our lives, in our voices, in our expressions. And so the throat needs permission to be witnessed, to say the things it needs to say. And maybe it's messy at first, but at least you got it out. I don't think it's an accident I'm doing this video today. If you can't tell, I do have a bit of a sore throat. And, but my truth is being expressed over performance, right? And I think, you know, when someone is going through the motions, saying the right things, there's a difference between that and actually expressing without a script, expressing without this running, right? Then again, it's this and this together, right? Excuse me. Coughing, clearing. Yeah, what else can I say? So somatics, again, is checking in. Is my jaw clenched? There's so many memes that are like, breathe, stretch. Oh, I think I just unclenched my jaw for the first time this decade. So how much are we holding here? I've been doing a lot more actual facial yoga massages because I do hold a lot of tension, as most of us do. The breath, the breath, the breath, the breath. Where are we breathing from? Is it up here? Is it lower? So check in with your breath right now, in through the nose and out through the mouth. I'm using the throat to make sounds. You know, Andre's biofield tuning, she does a lot of toning. And so humming, singing, things to activate. This is the vagus nerve. We'll go into all that, but it's, again, one of the ways we regulate ourselves. Is there a lump in your throat when you swallow, when you're walking around, when someone walks into the room that you know either doesn't speak to you kindly, or you're not speaking to, or just paying attention to your body and especially your throat. These sensations are showing there's something that needs to be moved and addressed. Not necessarily that something's wrong, but just, again, coming back to here and honoring what needs to be expressed. So I'll head over to the table now and we'll start the Reiki portion, and I'll see you over there. Hello and welcome back to the Reiki portion. We're now outside, table behind us, got a little ghost going. Today actually is also the new moon in Libra season. Well, halfway through October. But again, the energy is always timeless, boundless, and we'll find you when the time is right. So we're going to take a deep breath in through the nose and through the mouth. Again, Reiki is universal life force energy, and it's flowing through the universe, through me, to you, through everything around us. I always call in our guides, our ancestors, our angels of light to, again, protect and cleanse the space before we start. If you can, find a comfortable, relaxing place where you can just close your eyes and lay down. Again, if you're not able to do this, the transmission is still working. So another deep breath in and out. And again, we're coming back to the throat. I'll do a couple coughs now to clear. You can do some hum, ha, whatever you need to do to make some noise right now to activate it if you're in a space to. If not, the mind-body connection is very strong. So sending your intentions again through into the throat. Again, recapping, watch the full intro here and just skip to the healing Reiki portion. The throat, we're likening it to the bridge, the doorway between the head and the heart. And when this is balanced and open and clear, our expression, our embodiment is palpable, is audible, is felt. And so the tension you're feeling in your throat, it's not tight for no reason. There's truth trying to move. And so that will be the intention of the Reiki attunement today, is to open the throat chakra, to balance it. And we may have to go back right now to where were we taught containment? Where were we taught to shrink, to quiet? That it wasn't safe, essentially, to express. And we're going to work on clearing that today in this session, so that we can finally feel safe to speak, to not edit ourselves, to stay liked, loved, or chosen. But when we are fully expressed in our voice and not silenced, that is truly when we can be received, witnessed, heard. So again, the biofield tuning session is a complement to this and has a lot of sound, which is very important for the throat. Most of my Reiki sessions will be in silence. I will have some kind of cues and visual movements, and we'll do a little bit of inner child work, of course, focusing on the throat chakra. But with Reiki, we always pull the whole system energetic through to clear. If you have any blue crystals, I'm wearing kind of my turquoise color earrings today. A couple crystals here that I'll put that have blues on them. I don't know the names for all of them. Some of these have actually, I think this blue one I had since I was a little girl. It's bright blue, which could be a turquoise. Another blue one here. So I'm gonna move over to the table now. Again, the breath is in through the nose and out through the mouth. Through this session, remembering the breath is what's anchoring you and moving the energy. All right, so I'm gonna put the crystals right here. The throat would be, and we usually always start by setting intentions, clearing the space. I'll do a version of invocation from Kali Ki, which is one of the Reiki lineages that I am attuned to. And it starts in this present moment. No worry. In this present moment, no fear. In this present moment, karma dissolves. In this present moment, gratitude. In this present moment, limitless love. Again, setting any intentions you'd like for yourself personally. Otherwise, just being open to receiving this universal love, life force energy to rebalance and clear out anything that needs it, and trusting in a greater intelligence and power than us to do the heavy lifting. So we'll always start at the crown. Again, I'll move my way through each chakra, but again, focusing most of my intention and energy at the throat. I love selenite for clearing, so I usually use a selenite heart. Any noises you hear, just letting them pass through, almost like thoughts and clouds passing by. Even though there is not a cloud in the sky right now. It is another very warm California fall day. So taking in your surroundings wherever you are, allowing them to hold you, and then just letting them be. Remembering the breath. Inhale into the throat now. And exhale with a sound. Whatever sound feels right to you. Took some toning. Even if it's just a whisper in your throat or a small gulp, I just want you to bring your energy and your awareness there. Maybe it's your favorite tune you want to just hum. Again, if you can do it audibly, even better. If you're not in a space to do that, just doing what you can. Always come back to this, or do it when you feel the need. Just heard, let me clear my throat. Every breath you take is a reclamation. It's claiming your power back. Saying, I refuse to be muted, repressed, silenced. Big breath. And we're plucking out, and we're clearing anything from that throat that's blocking. Every breath an opening. Every breath a deepening. Any clearing that needs to happen, let it come. And always doing some like inner child coming in, coming down, coming through, allowing it to express. And taking nice breaths. My phone got a little hot out there, so I wanted to just end this beautiful Reiki transmission attunement with, again, we were talking about the inner child. So coming in now to yourself, to the beautiful throat, neck, jaw, voice that we just activated. And I want you to think back to maybe a time where you didn't feel safe enough to speak, to express. And now I want you to feel this opening, this healing that we just did. I want you to offer this. If it resonates, take it. If not, make your own. You are allowed to speak now. I'm listening. Again, remembering the throat is not just about expressing and talking. It's about listening to ourselves and knowing how we need to express. And we'll do a couple affirmations, some statements right now to end. It is safe for me to express my truth. My voice does not need permission. I no longer abandon myself to stay acceptable. I speak from soul, not survival. So thank you again for joining us here at the Attuned Tribe. Stay tuned next week when we will be dropping a deeper inner child guided meditation around the throat chakra, the expression, the bridge between the head and the heart. And until then, stay well.